What is up, everyone? So we've been building this Zanky here, right? We've been doing a turbo conversion on our SR20. In the last video you saw, we attached the turbo to our NA SR20. Boom, just like that.
Pumped all the lines, it's ready to go. What's it need now?
What's it need now? Good question, Anthony. I'm happy you asked. So now we need all the supporting mods, right? We need the intercooler, we need the injectors, we need the management. And today, well, I was planning on doing the intercooler stuff. I bought an intercooler, got piping basically everywhere. And it comes to find out that the kit I had for piping is wrong. That was a shocker this morning. So overnighted a kit from Juku and we should be good to tomorrow, but today we're gonna actually bolt the intercooler up because that's probably the most pain in the ass part of an intercooler kit is literally mounting the intercooler efficiently. So that'll be in this video, but we're gonna do it later. So, man, but you guys know how I will buy a car here and there to flip, make some money, right? That's what car guys do. Every once in a while I show it, sometimes I don't. Well, I got something in the background, something that popped up, I got for a good deal, of course, and this is the next flip, the latest flip. I'm not keeping this one. I'm not keeping this one. I'm not gonna hide it because it's in the background, but check it out. I officially got myself an R32
GTR.
So as you guys can see, I bought myself an R32 Gtr shell. There's no drivetrain. What we have is a bunch of parts laying around and a pretty decent shell, right?
Yeah, I would say it's probably an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10.
Give it an 8 out of 10. I thought you were a little bit pickier. All right, it's clean. I don't think it's that clean.
It has no rust.
It's got no rust. That automatically puts you pretty high. So, so of course this wasn't something I was looking for. I mean, it's an R32 Gtr, so that's cool. That's really cool. But my buddy was moving. He wanted to get rid of it. He gave me a great price on it, and I couldn't say no. I figured we can have some fun with it, clean it up, sell it, make some money, put that towards the super funds, right?
Sounds right. Sounds
about right. So this car is pretty cool. So the story with this, it was on its way to be a drag car, so it was pretty torn down. We actually put the interior in it last night. Like half the interior was out of it. We got the car in buckets. All of this stuff we got the other day inside the car. Like all of this stuff was crammed in the car. We didn't even know it was in it. No. So that was kind of fun to dig it all out. There's a lot of new parts in here. There's a lot of old parts. We actually have a lot of the drivetrain parts too. The only thing we're really missing is the engine, the trans, and some of the wiring, right? That's about it.
The chassis harness did get damaged in shipping.
Tommy, where you at?
Tommy, where you at?
So our goal at this point is to just clean it up, get it together as much as possible, and probably just put it up for sale. I would love to build this car, but I think it would cost too much money to get it where I'd want it to justify just kind of randomly building this and not really planning for it, I guess, since I am trying to actually buy a Supra right now.
I mean, we do have a 2J in the back.
No, that's for the Supra. I have a spare RB25.
2JZ or nothing.
Or RB26.
Yeah, or RB26. But
dude, 2JZ in this would feel so wrong.
It'd be good though.
It would be good. So this car's not bad. It's not bad at all. So the interior is almost together, and just seeing the interior in this car makes it feel so much nicer. Like it's not. We got to vacuum it, put the back seats back in, but it's not a bad car, dude. This was definitely a cool find. I don't know. Like I don't think I'm not trying to convince myself to build it because this is definitely nothing we need right now. But it is definitely cool to see an R32 Gtr finally in my shop. I'm feeling like Tommy F out here with all these parts everywhere.
It definitely has a lot of potential.
It does. And it looks good in here.
It does. It fits.
It fits. It's just, it's right at home in here. It's right at home. Put some crazy fuel hanger in it, some pretty gangster pumps in here. I mean, it was on its way to be made into a pretty gangster drag car. And, well, the process was halted, and now we just have a shell with some parts here. I mean, we have Gretty style rear spats. We have the OE side skirts. We have a bunch of strut bars. We have some old logo stuff in there. Brand new rebuilt brakes with all new pads and everything. We have all the trunk interior. So The potential's there. Just RB26s are so expensive. It's funny because you would think the trans would be the most expensive part. Trans are easy to get. The engine, however, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to see more of us assembling this, or we'll just give you updates. It's just kind of cool to finally see this thing in here. And I know a lot of guys are gonna get mad at me because you always say, oh, you get rid of all your cool cars that aren't S chassis. It's just, this one's, I don't think it's in the cards right now.
Supra's the next big build, as you guys know.
So.
And this just popped up, so I mean, who's gonna say no?
Who's gonna say no? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's cool. I already tried selling it to Tommy, so don't put that in the comments. Tommy's hands are full right now.
Very full.
So, all right, let's shut up and let's get back to the Zenki. So, first thing, let's get the bumper off, let's get the crash bar off, and let's start mocking up this intercooler. Donnie, how you feeling today, buddy?
A lot better.
Yeah?
Little nap. Really fixed me up. Some soup.
Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
I only have one side of my bed.
Why do you got two different shoes on there?
I lost this one.
Yeah.
Only thing you lost is your damn mind. All right, so fitting up an intercooler is probably one of the most, it could be a real big pain in the ass, right? You're cramming a big piece of metal and somewhere that it just wasn't meant to be, and so things can get tight. So I usually like getting the Gretty or the Blitz intercooler because they're made for the chassis, and it's like the biggest you can go without having to cut anything, and it's really nice. Big fan, but we couldn't get it in time, so we got the Mishi S-Line one. This thing is big. Like, we just mocked it up, and as tight as we could put it, it's still a little bit lower than the chassis, or at least the front cross member. See it? This is what we got. We're gonna make work, a lot of people use it, and it'll do. So we wanna make this thing as tight to the car as possible so we don't have to cut the bumper as much, and as high as we can so we can fit it in here. So the first spot when mounting to an S chassis is utilizing the hood latch right here. See that? We have this one bolt right here. It's pretty sturdy, and that is mount number one. Some guys will just use that mount and that's it. No, don't do that. That's sketchy. Cut off a piece of aluminum L bracket right there, right? We're gonna weld it right here, and that'll get us mount number one. Johnny!
What you got, Jim?
All right, Johnny. Think you can handle this? Glue it there.
Just glue it right there.
You got that?
No measuring or anything?
No. Got the center line marks for Johnny, so there's no thinking involved. Put it right there and we're good to go. Got your glue stick ready, Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Johnny Welds, back at it again. Dude, I don't know. Walking in, seeing this nice old butt, it's like, do we just like put it under a tarp and wait till we could afford to build it, or we come up on an RB26, or what?
I don't know, James. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea. The problem is I committed myself to getting a Supra next, and like, oh man. Got a new windshield, you know? Really has me sold on the windshield.
Yeah.
Nothing beats fresh glass though, dude. Tony, what do we do with this thing? Someone bring me a boatload of money so I don't have to think about it. Thank you. Now we gotta drill a hole. You got a Sharpie? Now we could take this, we could bolt it right there. But before we do so, let's chop the frame rails. Okay, so on the S14s right here, this piece, this non-structural piece of the frame rail, right? Right after here, it's basically just metal for show. Maybe a little bit of crumple zone, who knows? That actually gets in the way of the end tanks of the intercooler. So we gotta lop this thing off so we have more room. Just part of the process and we ain't scared. Damn, battery's dead. We don't need it. All right, let's clean this up, get some paint on it, be good to go. Remember boys, if you got bare metal, it will rust. Love it. And well, this is usually where most people would stop. Because I mean, listen, it's there, it's on there, it's not going anywhere. You put the piping on, it ain't going nowhere, but please, don't stop right here. We need more mounts.
Do that extra bit.
Do that, you know, what is this saying? The difference between ordinary and extraordinary?
Yeah, a little extra.
Oh, all right. All right, so I was up here. Honestly, it doesn't look as low compared to the rest of the car, so that's good. So since most universal intercoolers come with these tabs right here that have threads in them, right? We're gonna utilize these, nice and easy. So we gotta make a tab that bolts to here and then bolts to the chassis. We're pretty spoiled because we have a thread hole here. Love to see it. We have a thread hole here, right? So I'm thinking we just make a tab that holds it there, holds it there. This thing ain't going nowhere. Easy as that. Uh-huh. almost there. That'll do. Get one up here. A little space there and some overly long bolts. You can damn near jack the car up with that thing.
Should be able to.
Nope. Hang off of it. We're good to go.
The whole car is moving.
It's all right. One pull up. All right. It works. There we go. How much of the bumper you think we got to cut out?
The whole thing.
All right. I already see where we're hitting on my side.
Yeah, I can see too.
Oh yeah, we're hitting.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. And you want to get a Navin bumper? That'd be a sin of all
I'll
sins.
cut that thing up. I'll gut that thing
I
like a
bet
fish.
you would. You psycho.
I want to get a smaller intercooler just because the piping would be like right here.
I have an idea.
What?
Isr Ready.
They're not in stock.
Oh.
Well, obviously if it was in stock, I would have bought
You
it.
can't get one?
No.
Aunt said there was one for sale, but that's besides the point.
Where's one for sale, huh?
Never said that.
Yeah, you did.
DJ's always making up shit.
It's mine.
Yeah. It's,
could've
it's, it's all that hair bleach really getting to his head.
I could have sworn he said it. But you gotta cut a little bit.
Not too bad though.
Nah.
Yeah.
Cut this thing in half for all you care.
What will be dope is the fins are, you know, full
Yeah.
frontal view of
You
the
get to
intercooler.
see that.
Yeah, love that. The fog light area of the bumper is now cleared, so it will clear the piping. Now the last thing we got to cut to make this all fit, which is probably the most annoying part, is we actually have to cut the rebar, which kind of sounds counterproductive because we talk about how important it is to have this thing. Now we don't have to cut the entire thing out. We're still gonna have some rebar, but we do have to take a chunk out of it. So as you can see it mocked up right here, the whole thing's actually have to go back about another 3/4 of an inch. So we're gonna have to basically cut off the bottom lip that you can see right there, and just take probably just a little bit out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. A lot of guys will take off their bash bar once they put an intercooler on, because I know it seems weird, you're blocking half of it and it's a pain in the ass to cut, but like we talked about before, if you don't have a rebar, you get in any type of accident, you're just gonna total your car. So if you don't wanna cut up your stock one, get a street faction bar, right? You put them on everything, they take a little while to come in, but they're worth it. I wish I had a nice street faction bar to put on right now, but I had never ordered one because I sleep. So let's cut this out, make it all fit. Perfect cut, Bri, look at it. That's right. Dude, not bad. I was very convinced that was gonna be super crooked.
How about?
How's the bottom look? Tits, right?
Dude, man.
Man,
That's nice.
that's not bad. All right, let me flap the edge of that, hit it with some paint so it doesn't rust, and ship it. That looks great. All right, so I actually had to cut the crap out of the bumper retainer too because I completely forgot about it. But the bumper retainer's on, painted it trim black, got this all sealed up. Probably should have painted this, but whatever. The grill is in, and it looks so good. It finally fits for once. We still got to do like a quick rough fitting on the front end because it's just still thrown together. But dude, seeing this all together like that makes me feel so good. All the panels are on, everything looks super straight, and it just feels like a really nice car. I didn't use the one Tommy gave me because it was just too nice. I actually got this one from Zach Bruner. He brought it up for me, so I have to say thank you to Zach. Huge thank you. Cut it up, painted it black, and we're good to go. So now we're waiting on the piping. We'll get that in tomorrow. Hook it all up, and we'll be one step closer to getting to see on the dyno. So until then, me and Aaron are gonna go play with the R32. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later.
The next day.
It's finally here.
About time.
We've waited all day for this. Now we can finally get the dang car together.
Here's the address.
Nope, don't show that. All right, so we went with the ISR front mount intercooler piping kit for the SR20 and the S14, right? It's a pre-made kit. We got it mainly because it was the only thing available in the United States at this moment. And if we did custom piping, it probably would have been even harder to find the raw materials. Things are a little scarce right now. So with the pre-made kit, we're gonna make this work. And it was pretty cheap. And it's not bad quality, so I can't really complain. All right, so we quickly realized that the ISR intercooler might actually hang lower than where we mounted ours. So check it out. If we go through the hole, it actually lines up with the pipe. It's just, well, about 3 inches higher. And then we have the issue of the distributor, which I completely neglected. This takes up about, what, 3 or 4 more inches than the factory cam angle sensor, which is meant for. So the hot pipe actually has to be more towards the strut tower, which means we're more towards the pipe. So we're gonna have to take up some material here or on here. Wow. This thing's awesome, dude. What a tool. DJ, you gotta try it.
I'll try it.
This is my new favorite tool.
I'll try it.
You better cut this thing straight though, I'll be pissed.
Wow.
Isn't that thing sick?
This thing is like cutting a stick of butter, dude.
He needs that.
No, we just.
Did you crush that?
Did you?
He needs that.
That's only 2.5 I had.
Wait, you needed that piece?
Yeah.
Bullshit. You had me for a second.
Jimmy, look what he did to it.
He felt so guilty for a second. Oh man.
Get Brian a hammer.
The height is mint. Now it's just the in and out. What should we cut? Should we cut this piece or should we cut this one?
That one.
This one? Keep all the welds on here?
Yeah.
All right, Tony. All right, took a little bit out of here. We got one of these.
Oh, my cutting.
Oh yeah. Call me Johnny Fabs out here.
Not bad.
Not bad.
You're welder?
No, Johnny's gonna weld it. I
You
ain't
should
welding
weld it.
Nah, not this time.
Yeah, weld it, Jim.
No, not this time. Oh yeah, this is gonna fit real good.
Nice work, Jim. Look at that.
Let's go visit Johnny. You gonna say it or am I gonna say it?
You gotta say it.
Johnny!
What are you guys doing? Whole bunch of nothing or what?
Fucking nothing. What are you guys doing?
Nice.
Here's Johnny.
He loves us. Don't let that face fool you. Johnny, what are you doing, buddy? Welding
That's
water
how you
pumps?
know he likes you. If he acts like you're just a regular guy, he probably don't like you.
I made you Friday?
You made my Friday. Besides your prep one. It's
Oh, I didn't prep it.
Oh,
That's all you, buddy.
thank you.
What?
Got you.
Just scuff it up for him.
I got that.
Use the oiliest red Scotch-Brite you could find. Johnny, what is this? Some electric water pump shenanigans?
Yeah.
Don't ruin Johnny's shit.
Okay. It's a cork.
Whose is that?
It's a cork in the road.
You found that?
Yeah.
In children.
Go get your braces off. Get out of here.
How's that pipe?
Okay.
Johnny, ever tell you you're the best?
Yes. All the time.
Damn, Johnny, back at it again with the fresh welds.
Johnny Pipes.
All right, so this side is in, sitting super, super nice. I love it. It fits like OEM, even though it didn't have an OEM front mount, but you guys get the point, right? You get what I'm saying.
You've been picking up what we're putting down.
Yeah. So now is the scarier side and that is the intake side because we have to actually drill a hole. And I don't know exactly where the pipe's gonna land and I don't wanna keep drilling holes into this car that I don't have to. So wish me luck. So I have this really bad tendency to blow hole saws apart. So I'm making Brad do it.
Oh, the pilot bit. Everyone does.
We gotta, all right, whatever. You know what?
Just get after it.
I'm just gonna do it.
That sucks. This is no good. It was going perfect, but it wasn't doing any cutting, just melting. And now it looks really bad.
I don't wanna look at it. Oh man.
It literally was perfect the whole time. Till that.
Ooh. That looks crazy. That'll do it. That doesn't look too bad. That didn't look as big as I thought.
All I gotta do is hammer and dolly that when we paint the engine bay. Not a big deal.
At least with 4-inch, we gotta be close, right?
We gotta be.
Oh, look at that. Dead
How
nuts.
did we do?
Dead nuts.
Oh, yeah.
That hole looks so big compared to the piping.
Well,
Once you put that, like, trimming stuff you always put on it?
yeah.
Yeah, but it could be worse.
Yeah. I've seen a lot worse.
I kind of want to shorten it just because, like, dude, the whole intercooler kit right now is super squared up. And when it's squared up, it makes it look way higher end. Like, if you have to go, like, out to go back in to go back up, it kind of looks cheap and unplanned. So if we can get this bend right here to not curl back in and just make it straight, it will look a lot nicer. So let's cut this piece a little bit and we'll be good to go.
Tuna can.
Don't want to show that it cut. It's not a good cut. All right, so now that'll sit straighter right there. Now the last thing we need is we need to weld in an intake air temperature sensor bung right here prior to the throttle body, somewhere underneath so we don't see it. So Link actually sells the bung for the intake air temperature sensor to weld to the aluminum intercooler piping. Hop low, shop to me out. Nice. I love this tool. I know it's super simple, but I think it's super cool. Add the dimple for your intercooler piping.
So how necessary is it?
I mean, you don't want to blow a coupler off because that sucks, especially if you have a MAF car, a mass airflow meter, where if you blow a coupler, you can actually like cause some big issues.
And that could be stranded.
You actually be stranded or potentially hurt your car. If you're, you know, if you're mid-pull and you blow a coupler off, your tune can go all over the place. Your car doesn't know what the heck is going on. There you go. That ain't going nowhere. So bung is welded on, dimpled up. Clamp time, right?
Clamp time.
Clamp time.
Many minutes later.
You never realize how many damn clamps you need to put together an intercooler system until, well, you're putting them on. And, well, it took a while, but man, does this look so good. I'm so happy with this. Even though we use pretty cheap materials, we got a Mishi universal intercooler, we got ISR piping, we took the time to level it out, square it up, and make it fit perfect, and it makes the whole kit look super high-end. I'm absolutely in love with this. The car looks amazing. It feels good. We're getting close. We're about injectors and the ECU away from getting this thing like, well, done. And probably should have did the injectors earlier today, but whatever. The only thing I didn't show you guys was I actually made an intake earlier today. It's a little tight with the bottom mount manifold setup. Like we really got to shove it down here, but I'm happy how it came out. Fits great, and I couldn't ask for anything better. The only thing that kind of sucks is the bung for the IAC. For some reason, they literally put it right in front of the clutch fan. So we either have to lop it off and move it, get a really tight 90 on here, or just go E-fan. I gotta decide pretty soon. But for the meantime, this works. In love with it. Looks fantastic. We're about a cam angle sensor and a painted valve cover away from this thing looking like a really nice turbo engine. So I will take it. But in the meantime, we are almost there. We're one video away from having this thing on the ground as a turboed car. So, I mean, this thing looks super cool. I didn't think I'd ever see the Zenki like this, so it makes me super, super happy to see it. So, I'm gonna end it there. Super tired, and I'm gonna ramble on if I talk anymore. So, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.